got a Wing Chun dummy and a forearm bandit here. I'm going to try out a few things. I got a pair of gloves on to help keep from getting bruises on my knuckles. Wing Chun dummy with pads here and here. I've got a wood base on it with some sandbags to hold it down, but as you can see, it still moves. So got a little bit of flexibility in the wood as far as kicking it goes. Steel here, wood here. Probably better to have wood on wood, but that's what I got. So this forearm dummy has a kicking groin area, red marking the spot, head area, a little bit shorter than me. My training was, I started off with Okinawan karate in 1970s, 75, 76. Took it for about 7-8 months, got almost a green belt on that, and then life happened and I didn't get back into it till 10 years ago or less. I got a 2nd degree black belt in basically taekwondo, and took 2.5 years of JKD, but taking a break from that for right now until I get my right knee fixed. And then also started SYSTEMA about a year ago, and they're all pretty cool. They all have their benefits. They all have their drawbacks. The one I like the most right now is SYSTEMA because of its flexibility and creativity. And there's really no forms, just a philosophy. Sort of like JKD, a philosophy. SYSTEMA is good because it just has a certain amount of creativity to it, where you just have some principles and you try to apply those not only with SYSTEMA but with karate and with JKD as well. So one could say that my SYSTEMA is different than your SYSTEMA. My JKD is different than your JKD. Clearly, my karate is different than your karate. And you take your training that you get and you kind of use what's good for you and throw out what isn't, and you end up with kind of a hybrid system. So that's why there's so much variety of martial arts. The martial arts that I admire the most are Yin style Bagua, Tai Chi, SYSTEMA, JKD, and then Taekwondo as well. I admire a lot of them because it requires discipline. I mean, you have to work at it, and you really don't see progress on a day-to-day basis. But if you're lucky enough to be able to spar with people, sometimes you can watch videos and see the techniques that you've learned come back. Or, excuse me, you can see the techniques that you've learned in the videos. You can't see it while you're doing it. You don't know if you're doing something right or wrong. You just know that when you look at it later, you go, you know what? I see the JKD in that move. Oh yeah, that looks like SYSTEMA in there. Yeah, that's definitely a karate move right there. So sometimes just taking a video of yourself either sparring or doing forms or in a SYSTEMA class, I mean, you can see how you're progressing. But to know that you're progressing on a day-to-day basis, no way. You just can't do it. It's, you know, you feel like you take 2 steps forward or 2 steps back for every step forward, but it's like success is 90% showing up and 10% genius. So that pretty much applies to karate, SYSTEMA, JKD. Go to class, focus in class while you're there, learn what the teacher's teaching you, and then later when you put it all together, then sometimes you can see where where you've been and where you've gotten to. So anyway, what we got here is Wing Chun dummy. And I don't really know Wing Chun, to be honest. I mean, my JKD teacher was taught first in Wing Chun, so I think I've been taught some Wing Chun through that. I do know that you have, in Wing Chun, you have the concept of opening the door, closing the door, and blocking the door. You know, those have fancy names, which I would be reticent to say because I would probably not do justice to them. But Pak Sao, Tan Sao, so those names there and others that I can't remember offhand. So anyway, so like blocking the door, opening the door, closing the door, Wing Chun. But when I use the Wing Chun dummy, I use it more as a target. Kind of gives me arms that I have to get around, you know. So it's a useful tool. I'm working on a bob. I'm trying to fill it up right now, one of those throw dummies. And I'm gonna hang it from the back of this, and then I'll be able to kick it, because this is really hard. If you don't wear gloves and you don't have pads on here, you're gonna hurt yourself. And it's just my comment about a Wing Chun dummy. Now, as far as the forearm dummy goes, the forearm dummy is useful. It's different than a bag. It's different than like a hanging heavy bag. It offers multiple targets. It gives feedback because when you hit it, it has springs in it, so it springs back. It has it allows a certain amount of variety and moves on it. But neither the Wing Chun dummy nor the forearm dummy allows you to simulate movement of the opponent. Because that was the first thing that I learned when I sparred is, you know, in JKD we did a lot of pad work. So somebody would hold a pad and then you'd reach out, and then you have to chase them down like that, down the floor. You go down the floor with it. But in sparring, they don't exactly move straight down the floor. They move in circles, they move sideways, they move in a lot. And so these objects don't exactly simulate that. So just FYI on that one. I like to train against both of these because, like, you can do knee kicks to this, boom, knee kick, boom, punch, whoo, hook, back fist, come over here, boom, boom, whew. But I will tell you, when you kick that thing with other than steel-toed shoes, you're gonna hurt your foot. So you gotta go easy. And if you kick this too hard, you're gonna break it. So Wing Chun dummy is good for slower, more precise techniques. Not meant to go all out on because you're gonna get hurt. This one here, you can go all out on it if you want. If you don't have enough bags on it, it's gonna fall over or the bags will fall off. Sometimes you have to straighten out the arms. But it's good for kicking, punching. Whew. 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 But you got to use footwork to get around it. And sometimes I put this out on the lawn and lets me go around it because that's more realistic, trying to go around your opponent. Like with SYSTEMA, it has the breathing, relaxation, movement, posture. And so it's good to be able to go boom, 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 boom. So it gives you the ability to go around the back of it. That's why I want to hang a bob on there, like a throw dummy filled with whatever I can put in it. hang it on the back of this, be able to go around the back of it. But again, neither of these move, so that's not realistic in the sense that opponents do move. So martial arts, you know, is it's interesting because martial arts, a lot of people train, like in taekwondo or karate, they train forms, or they train certain, you know, basics, like in karate, low block, low punch, middle punch, high punch. Whereas in, and then those are like words, and then, so you put those together in sentences in a form. So that gives you the ability to put things together so that you have muscle memory and you teach your body to keep its balance, keep its posture, keep centered. So that's all a good benefit. But SYSTEMA is all about just being relaxed, keeping your chin down, your hips forward a little bit, walk around. Don't cross your feet. Move forward more than moving backwards. Don't try to give things away. Just kind of just go to turn off a light switch, you turn the light switch off. Karate, you may go, whereas SYSTEMA, wherever your hands are at, boom, right from there. Boom, boom. And notice I didn't move, so that's not good SYSTEMA. So good SYSTEMA means move around. You can go down, you got 3 dimensions. 3 dimensions in SYSTEMA. Doesn't have any padding there, so that hurts. Boom, 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 boom. So that's a good illustration of SYSTEMA. Basically, you have 3 dimensions. Whereas taekwondo is more heel up in the back, and you similar to SYSTEMA, where your hand goes out first, boom, and then your feet, boom, boom, boom. That wasn't good because my foot went first, hand first, boom, like that, and then 3 to 4 moves. So SYSTEMA or JKD would be kick, punch, 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 boom, 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 shovel punch, right, shovel punch, boom, boom. It's all about footwork. JKD, footwork is critical. Boom, 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 boom. Karate is about putting your basics together. But when you put it all together, you know, again, unless you take a video of yourself, you have no idea what you're really using until you look at it and see, oh yeah, that's JKD. Oh yeah, that's SYSTEMA. It's a few thoughts on martial arts and how to take whatever training you have and integrate it into your own system. So there's a lot to be said for doing one martial art and getting really good at it. There's another thing to say good about taking multiple martial arts and creating your own system from it. Then you have your own way of doing it. Nothing's right or wrong, because as a martial art, martial arts are either a sport or they're self-defense. They can be both, but The real test for self-defense is whether you survive an attack. Because an attack is, it can be a communicative attack or non-communicative. Communicative meaning, hey buddy, give me your wallet. That's communicative. And then where the guy just stabs you, that's non-communicative. Non-communicative. So that's why SYSTEMA is good, because it teaches you to be aware of your environment. So when you walk down the street, you don't go down the street looking at your phone saying, oh, you know, rocking to the music. No, you walk down the street, you walk side to side with your head looking back and forth, confident, shoulders back. Yeah, predators out there, they're gonna pick the guy or the girl with their phone, head down, earbuds on, tuned out to the world. They're easy targets. So you have no phone, you just got your head back. You just go confidently down the road. That's the best way to do it, as far as not inviting an attack. So that's part of martial arts, is how to not look like a target. Being attacked or get attacked, and there is no communication, there's just an attack. Well, that's where your training comes in, because you have no time to think, you only have time to react. And if it's communicative attack, meaning you know, a guy's circling you on a subway, he's circling around, he's getting closer and closer to you, that's kind of communicative. Now, if he gets too close or she gets too close to you, you know, they may just go for a non-communicative attack where they just come right at you. But you saw it coming because you weren't in your phone, you weren't with your listening to music, you were just kind of monitoring what's going on around you. So anyway, that's good for now, and we'll talk to you soon.